The night started like any other at the hottest nightclub in town. But what happened next shocked the entire hip-hop world. Tekashi 6IX9INE, one of the most controversial figures in the game, was reportedly set on fire and brutally beaten right in front of dozens of stunned onlookers. Panic spread through the crowd as screams echoed, glasses shattered, and chaos took over. No one saw it coming, and the footage that leaked online has fans questioning everything they thought they knew. Hanzel, one of the first to react, could barely contain his shock. His face told the story of disbelief, as he tried to process the violent scene unfolding before him. Meanwhile, Casper broke down completely, unable to hold back tears as he described the horror. Revealing the emotional toll this shocking incident has taken on the streets and the community surrounding Tekashi. Rumors are flying faster than ever. Was this a targeted attack? Or did it come out of nowhere? And what does it mean for the drama already tearing through the industry? Fans everywhere are scrambling for answers, debating theories, and trying to piece together the truth. Every angle, every whisper, every leaked clip is being dissected online. If you thought you had seen it all from Tekashi 6ix9ine, think again. This is bigger, more violent, and more shocking than anything before. Stay with us, because we're breaking down every moment, every reaction, and every hidden detail of this unbelievable nightclub incident. The night was electric in Los Angeles, with the city's hottest nightclub packed with fans, celebrities, and influencers. Music blared through the speakers, champagne bottles popped, and the crowd danced as if nothing could go wrong. But behind the flashing lights and the glamour, tensions were running higher than anyone could imagine. Tekashi 6ix9ine, infamous for his controversies, had just arrived, surrounded by his security team and a wave of cameras capturing every move. Everyone in the club knew trouble was never far behind when Tekashi walked in, but nobody expected what was about to happen. Minutes after he stepped onto the dance floor, chaos erupted. Eyewitnesses described a scene straight out of a nightmare. Tekashi was allegedly set on fire and violently attacked, leaving the crowd screaming and scrambling for safety. The heat, the smoke, and the sheer terror of the moment created a surreal, almost cinematic disaster. Glasses shattered, furniture overturned, and people pushed and shoved, trying to escape the pandemonium. Cell phones captured shaky footage, but even the clips could not convey the full intensity of what was unfolding. Meanwhile, social media lit up instantly. Clips from the nightclub went viral within minutes, drawing millions of shocked viewers online. Fans couldn't believe the audacity, and debates erupted over why this incident happened. Was it a planned attack, a retaliation, or a completely random act of violence? Theories spread like wildfire, each more shocking than the last. Hanzel, a prominent figure in the scene, was one of the first to react. His live response showed a mixture of shock, disbelief, and anger. "I can't even," he stammered, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. Casper, another figure deeply connected to Tekashi's circle, couldn't hold back tears as he recounted the horror. "This isn't just about Tekashi," he said, voice shaking. "It's about the streets, the culture, everything we thought we knew about loyalty and respect." Security footage, eyewitness accounts, and leaked audio started circulating, painting a picture of the chaotic moments leading up to the attack. Observers described masked figures pushing through the crowd, approaching Tekashi, and then the unimaginable flames erupting as an altercation turned violent. The club's staff tried desperately to contain the situation, but fear overtook every attempt at control as emergency services arrived. The scene slowly settled, but the aftermath left the nightclub in ruins. Fans and celebrities were left traumatized, many posting live reactions from outside, while others speculated about the long-term repercussions on Tekashi's career and public image. The incident instantly became the top trending topic across all platforms, with hashtags like #TKA/SHI Nightclub Attack and #HipHopChaos trending worldwide. Every detail, every reaction, every whispered rumor added fuel to the fire. Analysts and commentators debated the motives behind the attack. Was it a gang-related retaliation, a publicity stunt gone wrong, or something far more sinister lurking beneath the surface? With each new clip and leaked message, fans dug deeper, desperate to uncover the truth. Even the most seasoned industry insiders admitted they had never seen anything like this. The combination of shock, violence, and celebrity involvement created a perfect storm, one that would dominate conversations across social media and hip-hop communities for weeks. The tension was palpable, and as part one of this story unfolds, viewers are left on the edge of their seats, anxiously awaiting what comes next in this unfolding nightclub nightmare. Tekashi 6IX9INE's survival. The attackers' identities and the broader implications of the event remained unknown, leaving fans speculating endlessly. Every response from celebrities, from Hanzel's shocked commentary to Casper's emotional breakdown, only intensified the drama. and as night turned to morning, the city itself seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the next shocking development in a story that was already making history. The night at one of Los Angeles' most exclusive nightclubs was electric. The crowd was buzzing with anticipation, celebrities mingling with fans, champagne bottles popping, and the DJ spinning the latest hits. But amidst the glitter and flashing lights, an undercurrent of tension ran through the venue, one that no one could have predicted. Tekashi 6IX9INE had just arrived, surrounded by his entourage and security team, his presence instantly drawing attention. Whispers circulated among the crowd, some curious, some nervous. Tekashi was a magnet for drama, and tonight, the club was about to become the epicenter of chaos. Minutes after his arrival, the unexpected happened. Eyewitnesses described a scene that seemed almost cinematic in its intensity. Tekashi was allegedly set on fire and attacked brutally right in front of the stunned crowd. Panic spread like wildfire. Guests screamed, tables overturned, and people scrambled for safety as the situation escalated. Smoke filled the room, alarms blared, and the energy shifted from celebration to sheer terror. The chaos was captured on countless cell phones, but even the shaky footage could not convey the full scale of the mayhem. Social media erupted almost instantly. Clips of the attack went viral within minutes, sending shockwaves across the hip-hop world. Fans were horrified, speculating frantically about what had triggered the incident. Was it a targeted attack, a retaliation, or a complete random act of violence? Rumors circulated faster than facts, each theory more shocking than the last. Analysts debated, and the streets buzzed with speculation. Among the first to react was Hanzel, whose live response conveyed disbelief and shock. "I can't even," he stammered, struggling to articulate the terror he was witnessing. Casper, another prominent figure close to Tekashi, broke down emotionally. Tears streamed down his face as he described the incident. "This isn't just about Tekashi," he said, voice quivering. "This is about loyalty, respect, and the culture we all grew up with. It's terrifying to see someone so exposed, so vulnerable." In front of everyone, leaked security footage and eyewitness accounts started to emerge, giving the public a fragmented but terrifying glimpse of the attack. Sources reported masked figures moving through the crowd with purpose, approaching Tekashi, and then the unimaginable flames erupting during a violent confrontation. Club staff attempted to intervene, but the fear and confusion made any attempt at control nearly impossible. Guests were trampled, security struggled to contain the situation, and the nightclub descended into pure pandemonium. Emergency services arrived swiftly, but the aftermath was devastating. The once lively venue now resembled a war zone. Broken glass, overturned furniture, and terrified patrons huddled outside in disbelief. Fans and celebrities shared live reactions on social media, expressing shock and concern for Tekashi's safety. Hashtags like #TakeASHI Nightclub Attack and #HipHopChaos began trending, dominating Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok feeds worldwide. Every new detail, from leaked messages to eyewitness statements, intensified the drama. Speculation about motives ran rampant. Was this an orchestrated attack tied to gang rivalries, a publicity stunt gone wrong, or something far more sinister? The incident raised questions, not only about Tekashi's safety, but about the security measures in high-profile venues and the volatile nature of celebrity culture. Industry insiders admitted they had never witnessed anything of this magnitude. The combination of violence, celebrity involvement, and viral footage created a perfect storm of shock and fascination. Analysts and fans alike dissected every clip, every angle, and every whispered rumor, trying to piece together the truth. Reactions from the hip-hop community added further layers of drama, from Hanzel's stunned commentary to Casper's emotional breakdown. As the night turned to morning, the nightclub incident had already become a cultural phenomenon. Everyone wanted answers about Tekashi's injuries, the identity of the attackers, and the larger implications for his career. Social media debates intensified. Videos and memes spread, and journalists scrambled to report the latest developments. The event wasn't just a story, it was a full-blown spectacle capturing the attention of the entire music industry. This is the beginning of a story that promises more chaos, more reactions, and more revelations. Tekashi 6IX9INE's survival, the attacker's motives, and the consequences of the incident remain unclear, leaving fans and the public on edge. What happened that night is only the first chapter in a saga that will dominate headlines, trend for weeks, and keep viewers glued to their screens. The aftermath of the nightclub attack left the hip-hop world reeling. Tekashi 6IX9INE was rushed to a nearby hospital, his condition critical but stable according to early reports. Fans and industry insiders alike were glued to their phones, refreshing news feeds, sharing videos, and speculating endlessly. The footage that had gone viral captured only fragments of the chaos. The screaming crowd, the masked assailants, and Tekashi on the floor, flames flickering around him. Each clip added to the horror, leaving viewers unable to look away, yet terrified to see what might happen next. Hanzel, LAH, and Casper remained at the forefront of public reaction. Hanzel went live on Instagram, visibly shaken, repeating over and over how surreal and terrifying the attack had been. He detailed how the crowd had tried to intervene but was overwhelmed by panic. "I've seen fights, I've seen altercations, but nothing like this," he said, voice breaking. People were screaming, tables were flipping, and all I could think about was if Tekashi would even make it out alive. Casper, meanwhile, posted a series of emotional videos from outside the hospital, tears streaming down his face. "This is insane. I don't even know how to process this. Tekashi's life is on the line and nobody even saw it coming," he said. Meanwhile, the online community erupted. Fans debated the motives behind the attack. Some claimed it was retaliation from rival crews. Others speculated it was connected to past beefs and betrayals within the hip-hop industry. Every rumor spread like wildfire, with hashtags trending across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Hashtag Tekashi attack, hashtag hip-hop chaos, and hashtag nightclub incident were among the top trending topics, dominating the conversation for hours. Influencers and YouTubers jumped on the story, analyzing every frame of leaked footage, questioning security measures, and speculating about possible conspirators. Authorities launched an immediate investigation. Eyewitness reports were pouring in, describing masked men moving strategically through the crowd before the attack. Security footage from multiple angles was being reviewed, and detectives were working tirelessly to identify suspects. The nightclub itself was closed for the investigation, leaving employees and patrons shaken and unwilling to comment further. The police urged anyone with additional footage to come forward. Emphasizing that the attack was deliberate and targeted, industry insiders revealed that Tekashi had been aware of potential threats prior to the incident. Sources suggested that he had received warnings about rival groups plotting against him but had underestimated the risk. Some insiders claimed that Tekashi's recent public feuds and confrontations had put him in direct danger, creating a perfect storm that culminated in this violent event. The revelations sparked further debate among fans and commentators, questioning how much of the attack was preventable. Reactions from the broader hip-hop community were immediate and dramatic. Artists, producers, and DJs took to social media to express shock, concern, and anger. Jadakiss commented on the incident, calling it unbelievable and horrifying, while Fat Joe emphasized the need for unity and protection within the community. Social media timelines flooded with messages of support for Tekashi, though some fans criticized him for provoking conflict that could escalate into dangerous situations. The media coverage amplified the tension. News outlets ran continuous updates, often accompanied by the graphic clips from the scene. Analysts dissected every angle, discussing possible motives, the security failures, and the implications for celebrity safety in high-profile venues. Every new detail sparked heated debates, with viewers divided between disbelief, outrage, and morbid fascination. The story became a cultural phenomenon, spreading beyond the hip-hop community into mainstream news cycles as night fell across Los Angeles. The drama did not subside. Rumors circulated that the attackers were still at large, adding a layer of fear and urgency. Fans speculated about potential follow-up attacks, retaliations, and the long-term consequences for Tekashi's career. The nightclub's reputation was in tatters, and industry insiders were questioning the safety protocols for high-profile events. The situation was escalating not just as a news story, but as a public spectacle that seemed almost cinematic in its intensity. In the midst of this chaos, Tekashi's associates struggled to maintain composure. Security teams, managers, and friends worked tirelessly to protect him, coordinate with authorities, and manage the fallout. They faced relentless media scrutiny, public outrage, and social media speculation, all while trying to ensure that Tekashi received the best medical care. The pressure was immense, and the stakes higher than ever. Every minute brought new updates. Videos surfaced showing different perspectives of the attack, each one more shocking than the last. Eyewitness accounts varied, some claiming Tekashi had narrowly escaped worse injuries, while others insisted the attack had been meticulously planned. The constant stream of information fueled panic, curiosity, and speculation, leaving audiences glued to their screens for hours. The nightclub attack had transformed into a full-blown crisis, one that would dominate headlines and online discussions for weeks, revealing cracks in Tekashi's protection, the intensity of the hip-hop community's reaction, and the escalating chaos surrounding the event. The story continues to unfold, promising more shocking revelations, confrontations, and emotional reactions as dawn broke over Los Angeles. The city remained on edge. Tekashi 6IX9INE's condition was reported as stable, But the psychological toll of the nightclub attack weighed heavily on him and his inner circle. Hospital corridors buzzed with frantic activity. Journalists camped outside the entrances, and fans gathered, some praying, some demanding answers. The viral footage from the previous night had turned into a digital wildfire, with every angle, reaction, and speculation dissected across social media. Memes, reaction videos, and conspiracy theories flooded timelines, making it impossible to escape the incident. Inside the hospital, Tekashi's team worked tirelessly. Hanzel, still visibly shaken, recounted the event multiple times for authorities, journalists, and fans watching live. He described how the attackers moved with surgical precision, targeting Tekashi in a way that suggested personal vendetta rather than random chaos. This wasn't a random attack. They knew exactly who they were going after and how to get him, Hanzel emphasized, his voice tight with emotion. Casper, still in tears, detailed the aftermath, the confusion, the screaming, and the desperate attempts to save Tekashi. "I thought I was going to lose him," Casper admitted, his hands trembling as he held a friend's shoulder for support. Meanwhile, the investigation escalated. Police sources leaked that the attackers were linked to a notorious West Coast crew, known for settling scores with brutality. Surveillance footage revealed masked figures disappearing into the shadows after the attack, leaving authorities struggling to identify them. Analysts speculated that this assault was not just revenge but a calculated message to the industry, a warning about crossing certain boundaries. Every leaked clip, every whispered rumor added layers of tension to an already frenzied narrative. The hip-hop world reacted with shock and fury. Fat Joe, Jadakiss, and other industry veterans condemned the violence, calling for stricter security measures at events and stronger support networks for artists in danger. Social media debates intensified, with fans arguing over Tekashi's role in provoking conflict versus the responsibility of the assailants. #TekashiJers, #HipHopUnderFire, and #NightclubAttack dominated Twitter, trending worldwide. Influencers dissected every detail of the attack, while commentators drew parallels to past celebrity assaults and gang-related incidents, highlighting the ongoing dangers of fame in the industry. Amidst this chaos, new revelations emerged. Sources close to Tekashi claimed that insider information had been leaked, warning rival crews about his whereabouts. This shocking betrayal fueled speculation that someone close to him might have orchestrated or tipped off the attackers. Rumors suggested that jealous associates, envious rivals, or disgruntled collaborators could have played a role in the attack. Fans debated motives feverishly, adding fuel to an already explosive narrative. Inside the hospital, Tekashi, though bruised and traumatized, began speaking to authorities and his inner circle. He recounted moments from the attack, identifying potential suspects, and sharing suspicions about the betrayal. His recounting was chilling. He described the precision of the assault, the chaos of the crowd, and the terrifying moment when flames had nearly reached him. Each word sent shivers through his listeners, reinforcing the reality that this incident was not random but calculated. Hanzel took to live streaming again, visibly agitated and demanding justice. "We're not going to let this slide. Tekashi survived, but they need to pay for what they did." His passionate outburst resonated across the online community, drawing tens of thousands of live viewers. Casper echoed the sentiment, sharing raw footage of the aftermath and urging fans to remain calm while authorities did their work. The online community exploded in response, some calling for retribution, others expressing outrage over the lack of security and industry accountability. As the day progressed, law enforcement made critical breakthroughs. Authorities identified key suspects, corroborated eyewitness reports, and recovered crucial evidence from the nightclub. Police confirmed that the attack had been meticulously planned, involving multiple accomplices and advanced planning. Details leaked that the attackers had tracked Tekashi's schedule for weeks, monitoring his movements and waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. This revelation stunned fans, reinforcing the gravity of the incident and the calculated nature of the assault. The story's ripple effects reached far beyond the immediate incident. Other artists and venues reconsidered security protocols, fearing similar attacks. Promoters and managers increased protective measures for high-profile figures, hiring additional security and implementing stricter entry policies. The attack had not only endangered Tekashi, but had shaken the entire hip-hop community, highlighting vulnerabilities in the industry and the dangers of fame. Even as authorities pieced together the plot, social media remained a chaotic battlefield. Conspiracy theories, leaked videos, and opinion pieces circulated endlessly, creating an atmosphere of paranoia and intrigue. Fans dissected every frame, comparing footage to past attacks, analyzing body language, and speculating on the attackers' identities. The incident became more than news. it became a phenomenon, a cultural moment reflecting the volatility and intensity of the modern music industry. By evening, the narrative took a dramatic turn. New footage emerged, showing the attackers fleeing the scene. Their identities partially obscured, but enough to raise questions about internal betrayal. Speculation centered on whether Tekashi's enemies had inside information, and if someone close to him was complicit. The revelation sent shockwaves through social media, reigniting debates about loyalty, trust, and the cost of fame. Fans, commentators, and celebrities alike shared their disbelief, creating a constant feedback loop of updates, theories, and outrage. The tension was palpable as night fell again over Los Angeles. Tekashi's team remained vigilant. Authorities intensified their investigation, and the world waited for the next twist in an already explosive story. Every message, post, and video clip was scrutinized, keeping audiences hooked and anxious. The nightclub attack had evolved into a saga, a gripping narrative filled with danger, betrayal, and shocking revelations. The morning after, Los Angeles woke up to a city still buzzing from the nightclub attack. Tekashi 6IX9INE's survival had already become legendary online, but the story was far from over. News outlets, social media, and hip-hop forums exploded with every new detail, keeping the tension alive. The city itself seemed to hold its breath, knowing that the aftermath of this incident could change the game entirely. Inside the hospital, Tekashi was finally able to speak more clearly, his voice still hoarse but firm. "They thought this would end me," he said, staring directly into the cameras, "but they just made me stronger. Every person who tried to betray me will pay." The room went silent as journalists and staff absorbed the weight of his words. His team, Hanzel, LAH, and Casper, nodded solemnly, knowing that the battle was far from over. Law enforcement made unprecedented progress. Surveillance footage, combined with tips from insiders, led to the identification of multiple suspects. Shockingly, one of the attackers was someone who had previously been trusted by Tekashi's circle. The revelation sent shockwaves through the music industry, sparking debates about loyalty, betrayal, and the dangerous game of fame. Every post, every leak, every comment was dissected. Feeding the fire of curiosity and outrage, the hip-hop world reacted explosively. Fat Joe, Jadakiss, Blueface, and other influential figures released statements condemning the violence while pledging to protect artists in the future. Social media was flooded with hashtags like hashtag Tay KASHI survives, hashtag Justice for Tay KASHI, and hashtag Hip Hop Under Fire, trending across platforms worldwide. Analysts debated the motives behind the attack, linking it to industry politics, personal grudges, and long-standing rivalries. The narrative had evolved into a cautionary tale about fame, betrayal, and survival. Tekashi and his five himself began plotting his comeback. The attack, though traumatic, had ignited a new level of determination. He used the incident as leverage, calling out those responsible in interviews, live streams, and private messages. The calculated retaliation was swift. Former allies who had leaked information or betrayed him were publicly exposed, their reputations taking massive hits. Fans and commentators praised Tekashi for his courage and strategic response, transforming the victim narrative into one of empowerment. The attackers, now identified and under investigation, faced intense public scrutiny. Videos of their planning and movements circulated online, adding pressure on law enforcement to act quickly. Some of the accomplices were arrested within days while others went into hiding, deepening the drama and keeping audiences glued to every update. The combination of real-world action and online frenzy created a level of engagement rarely seen in celebrity incidents. Meanwhile, Hanzel, LAH, and Casper became central figures in the ongoing narrative. Their loyalty and courage were celebrated across social media, with fans lauding their bravery during the attack and the chaotic aftermath. Behind the scenes, they coordinated with authorities, journalists, and Tekashi to ensure that justice would be served, all while managing the public narrative. Their involvement added depth and authenticity to the unfolding drama. As the days passed, Tekashi's story became more than just a news item. It was a cultural phenomenon. Documentaries, podcasts, and reaction videos dissected every moment of the attack and aftermath, from the planning stages to the shocking betrayal to the public fallout. Analysts connected this story to broader discussions about safety, loyalty, and power dynamics in the music industry, making it both a personal saga and a lesson for others in the scene. In a final twist, an anonymous insider revealed that the attack had been partially motivated by jealousy and resentment within Tekashi's own circle, confirming suspicions of internal betrayal. This bombshell revelation added another layer of intrigue. As fans debated the moral and ethical implications of fame, trust, and revenge, the drama had escalated to legendary status, turning every post, video, and comment into must-watch content for fans worldwide. As night fell over Los Angeles again, the saga reached its climax. Takashi, though battered, emerged stronger and more determined, his team loyal and vigilant. The attackers faced justice, the industry reeled from the shockwaves, and fans remained captivated by every development. Social media buzzed non-stop, ensuring that this story would not fade. It had become a defining moment in hip-hop history, a dramatic testament to survival, betrayal, and ultimate triumph. On the end, Tekashi 6IX9INE's Nightclub attack was more than a headline. It was a saga of betrayal, resilience, and redemption. The lessons were clear. Trust is fragile, fame comes with danger, and true loyalty is tested in moments of crisis. For fans, the story was a roller coaster of emotion, fear, shock, admiration, and relief. For Tekashi, it was a turning point, a narrative rewritten in his favor. The city had witnessed chaos, and from that chaos emerged a legacy, one that would be remembered and discussed for years to come.